Welcome in. Come on in. Hey, welcome in, everyone. Welcome. Come on in. Hey, Elle. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome. All right. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Listen, we're about to do a watch party because people all over the internet are talking about this video Donald Trump did with Laura Ingram. I'm hearing this is the end of Maga right here. A whole bunch of people are reacting to it. So I said, you know what? I want to know what's in it. So let us go on ahead and watch this together. Like, for real. Let us go on ahead and watch this together, because why not, right? It's a Friday night. It's a Friday night eve. Oh, oh my goodness. You all didn't hear that wonderful song? Oh, no, 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 no. See, this is part of the reason that I only go live on one platform first. But listen, so here's the music. It's called Freak Out. Let me know if you can hear that. Can you hear this? This right here. Let me know if you can hear it now. Let me know. Oh my goodness, I can't believe you all could not hear that wonderful music. I can't believe it. Let me know if you hear it now. Put up a 1 or 2. You know what? Let me load my settings. Let me just do that. Let me go from there. Welcome in, welcome. My bad. I did not realize that you all could not hear this wonderful music. Listen. So the song I'm playing is called Freak Out. Listen, welcome in, welcome, 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 welcome. Right now, we're going to do a watch party of this whole Donald Trump situation with the, I apologize. I could hear the music, but you all couldn't. My bad, my bad. I had to turn off one of the things when I was doing some recording over the past week. All right, welcome in, Shantea, or Shanti. Welcome. Is it Shantea? I think it's Taya. All right. So listen, everybody's talking about this interview. So Donald Trump sat down with Laura Ingram, and this is the interview that they're saying is going to end MAGA. So I'm like, I'm here for it. I want to see what's in this interview. So I said, rather than all of you giving Fox a view, we might as well have a watch party and watch it all together. So we're here together now, and we're going to watch this with one another. So that's the end of our song, Freak Out. It is a mess out here in these streets, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And today I was kind of feeling a little down. So I said, you know what? Why feel down by myself when we can come together and lift each other's spirits? You know what I'm saying? Why? So let's go on and get started with the video, because we already had our little mishap with the music. But I'm glad that we did that, because if I would have started playing it, I wouldn't have known that you all couldn't hear. So right now, there's some really amazing things happening in my life, but I need to be a different person in order to have these things come to fruition. And it's a little frustrating because I'm not that person yet. And so there's a lot of stretching that I need to do, a lot of growth and shifts. So that's where I'm at. And so I'm feeling a little down because it just feels really tremendous because I have a lot ahead of me. I have to move within the next few weeks, and it's winter up here in the Northeast, and it's a lot. So I really need tonight's broadcast because I'm feeling a bit down. And so every 35 minutes, we're going to get up and we're going to dance. We'll probably dance to some honky tonk music like the people who voted for Trump love and like. So that's what we'll probably do. So let's jump into it. So this interview aired on November 10th and 11th in two parts. And I found a site that had...
So what lessons do you think the Democrats should learn from this shutdown?
Both, oh goodness, hold on. Let me get this together. Let me jump back just a tad and turn that up. Yay!
Sir, what lessons do you think the Democrats should learn from this shutdown saga?
Well, the country loses a lot of money when they do this, and they're not getting much, but nobody gets a lot, but it's terrible. What they really wanted was $1.5 trillion for people that came in illegally, people that came in through and out of prisons. You know, we had, like Venezuela, they emptied, they dumped their prisons.
They said that was all exaggerated by you.
Yeah, I know, it's exaggerated. They wanted $1.5 trillion for health care from people that were, in some cases, 11,888 exactly murderers, many of whom murdered more than one person. So they came into our country, they poured into our country, and they want to take care, and we're trying to get them out because...
So he's speaking his old talking points, trying to rile up his base. You see, part of the reason that America doesn't have universal health care is because of racism. And he knows that. So basically the premise behind this statement is, oh, well, we had to take, the healthcare subsidies out of the bill because illegals, quote unquote, illegals would have had it. So now no one has it. So now your base has to pay more money for the same health insurance that was already too expensive. It's like I'm glad he's doing this because he's showing his true colors.
We don't want 11,000 murderers in our country. You don't want it. Nobody wants it. And we have drug dealers and we have everything else that they want to make sure they got good health care. That's not what our country's about. And it would have hurt other people's health care.
On Obamacare, you raised several times during this shutdown debate that it's clear that this was never going to work without these massive subsidies. Now they wanted to continue the COVID subsidies. So given the fact that Obamacare really can't survive as they thought without these subsidies, what next?
Well, I watched Obama from when this thing came about. As you know, I opposed it very strongly. Unfortunately, we had a couple of negative votes, which should never have happened. But I said it's going to be a disaster, and I was exactly right. The premiums have gone up like rocket ships, and I'm not just talking about recently. I'm talking about for years they've been going up. And he said premiums will go down, everything will be wonderful. It's horrible health insurance at a very high price. And what I want, and probably what you're alluding to, is the fact that I want, instead of going to the insurance companies, I want the money to go into an account for people where the people buy their own health insurance. It's so good. The insurance will be better. It'll cost less. Everybody's going to be happy. They're going to feel like entrepreneurs. They're actually able to go out and negotiate their own health insurance, and they can use it only for that reason.
So meanwhile, no one has health insurance. No one has state-funded health insurance. No one. And the people who were on Obamacare, who had the subsidy. So let me just explain to you, for some of you who are watching from other countries and you don't know what's going on here, the United States is ghetto. The United States is a slum. And before Obama fought these people tooth and nail to get health insurance for regular people, People were going to the emergency room for their health care. So they couldn't see their doctor. They had to pay out of pocket. If you didn't have an employer who was funding your health care for you, right, or you were paying through your employer, you just had no health care. Hundreds of millions of people in the United States just had no health care whatsoever. If something happened to them, they would get sick, die, or have medical bills so expensive that it would bankrupt them. We are the last remaining country in the developed world that does not have universal health care. And part of the reason that we don't have universal health care is because during, I believe it's Reconstruction, but don't quote me on that. It was Black people. So you know that in America, students in school have free breakfast because of the Black Panther Party, because the Black Panther Party were making breakfast for the children in the Black neighborhoods. And you know, when the cops went to go burst it apart because they were trying to sink the Black Panther Party, they peed inside of the children's breakfast, destroyed the children's breakfast and all of that. And then after that, then the government was like, oh, we're going to have breakfast for, for, I guess, the white kids in the schools or whatnot. But there was no breakfast. America was a very terrible place to live before. There were no weekends. People were working tremendous shifts. People were getting hurt on the job, and there was nothing that they could do about it. Arms were getting chopped off. Children were employed in factories. It was a whole lot that was going on here. I believe it was during Reconstruction when Black people were freed from enslavement in this country. They were like, you know what? We need universal health care. And the government didn't want to do it because white people didn't want Black people to have health care. This is what we're dealing with in this country. This is what we're dealing with. So now, Obama went and he recommended that we get health care for everybody and that the government would give credits to people who couldn't afford higher premiums, right? So like, let's say, so I was on Obama. So listen, just go back for a second, right? These greedy white people and conservatives in this country wanted the American citizens to have no health care. So much so that when Obama was pushing for it, they thought that they would insult it by calling it Obamacare. What happened? It got implemented into law. The site opened and people were able to get health care, health coverage. I was able to get health coverage because I'm self-employed, so I would have never had an employer. Create do health insurance for me. And just to tell you, my health insurance for one person, my premiums were $1,800 for the month. And then I was able to get a $500 credit from the government for each month. And then it turned into $1,200 per month. And so I was like, at $1,800, I was supposed to spend, so if we round $1,800 to $2,000, that's $24,000 for the year. Like, who can afford that? $24,000 for the year? And then they gave me a $500 credit, and then I was able to get it at $1,200. But even that was a lot. It was very expensive. So like these subsidies, it's not making the insurance cheap. It's just making it less unaffordable, because I can't say it's making it more affordable. It's making it less unaffordable. So nonetheless, the government was shut down because the Democrats wanted to keep the ACA credits for people and the Republicans wanted to get rid of it. And now he's talking about some damn foolishness, talking about, oh, illegals and murderers would have had health care. Okay, now nobody gets it. And I don't even know if it's true that they could get it. I don't know. Does anybody else know? Because from what I'm hearing that they couldn't get the health insurance if they were undocumented. That's what I'm hearing. But still, why would you want to be inhumane? Nonetheless, let's keep going forward. Some people are saying, wow, tell me what you're saying wow about, because I want to know what's surprising to you about this. But listen, he has no plan. Remember, During the election, he said he had, quote unquote, concepts of a plan. So now they've taken away the subsidies with nothing else to replace it with. They want people to go backwards. And I just, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in this country. I honestly don't know.
That's the beauty, only for that purpose. And if we did that, that would be so exciting. Call it Trump care, call it whatever you want to call it.
Oh, you see this
anything
bitch?
but Obamacare. Obamacare is
You see this? You see this bitch? You see him, right? This bitch is so fucking jealous of the half black man that he's been riding this man's dick for years. And so now so they called it Obamacare as an insult. But what ended up happening is people were so grateful to finally have health insurance that they loved calling it Obamacare. Obama even, he embraced it. They were called Obamacare, right? They were in, it was an insult. It was a slur. Obamacare was a pejorative rather. And then it became wildly popular. And like, if you Google Obamacare to this day, it'll take you to links to the government website if you type in Obamacare, right? The plan was no plan. Thank you. Exactly. So now he wants to call it Trump Care. The fuck? Who would trust this orange-faced, big cankle fool to handle the... Come on, this is ridiculous. He doesn't care about people, and people are just too blind to see it. But you see what this has been about all along, jealousy about the black man.
Only for that purpose. And if we did that, that would be so exciting. Call it Trump care, call it whatever you want to call it, but anything but Obamacare. Obamacare is a disaster, just like he was as a president.
How do Republicans avoid this shutdown saga from reoccurring on January 30th when this deal ends?
Well, we're trying to put in a bill, as you know, the bill or a bill, that you can never do that again. You can't just shut down the government because you're trying to renegotiate a deal that you didn't. Don't forget, when we passed the great big beautiful bill, which gives you tremendous middle-income tax benefits and it gives so much to everybody.
No, it doesn't. He's so
tax on
stupid.
tips, no tax on Social Security, and no tax, very importantly, on overtime. If you work overtime, you don't have to pay tax. So many other things. It gives you a deduction if you buy a car, you borrow money, you put a loan on a car. You're allowed to deduct the interest. That's never happened in our country before. You know, that's always been for the richer people. They're allowed to take deductions. Now you can deduct interest on a car. So we have tremendous goodies in there. You know, they like to try and disparage it. Oh, it's the greatest bill ever passed in the history of our country. That's why we did it all in one.
He's such a liar. And people are not getting it. Like, everything he says is a lie. So you have to fact check everything that he says. Everything he says is just a lie.
Years worth of goodies, and it's largely for jobs and for the middle.
And he's talking about this no tax on tips and no tax on what? The car, what? Like, stuff nobody, like, the bill was a disaster, and he's saying it's the greatest piece of legislation. Crazy.
Class and for security.
But the Democrats clearly wanted to renegotiate this and hold the country hostage, did it not?
They didn't get what they wanted in the great big beautiful bill. And so what they tried to do is renegotiate it at a time where they hold the country hostage.
One of the big problems for the country I encountered on Saturday coming back from Florida to D.C. with the airports. So hours delayed, thousands of flight cancellations that are continuing this week.
Yeah.
You put out a Truth Social post earlier today.
I did.
Where you blasted the air traffic controllers who had not shown up for work and offered potentially a bonus of $10,000 for those who have worked despite the shutdown. Are you worried that, given the fact that we have controllers who had thousands of flight cancellations that are continuing this week, you put out a Truth Social post earlier today.
I did.
Where you blasted the air traffic controllers who had not shown up for work and offered potentially a bonus of $10,000 for those who have worked despite the shutdown. Are you worried that, given the fact that we have a deficit of air traffic controllers still, I know we're trying to change that, that might be a difficult
No, we don't
position?
have much of a deficit, and we have a lot of people want the job. But I was not happy when I saw all these people, oh, we have to...
You see what I'm saying? He just says anything. The person interviewing him is saying there's a deficit. And he's just pulling out of his ass saying there's no deficit. A lot of people want the job. Then remember Charlie Kirk was talking about black pilots and, oh, he's not going to trust. And I actually read exactly what it was that they were talking about that Charlie Kirk was misconstruing because he himself wasn't too bright. So basically, one airline school, United Airlines School, the school that United Airline trains pilots on, wanted the incoming class to be made up of half men and women and or blacks or minorities. So half of it had to be women and or minorities. That's it. They weren't talking about half of the pilots had to be black, none of that. And so just like affirmative action, white women are the ones who benefit the most because once they get the white women in the door, they don't worry about minorities and all of this. So he's over there calling people stupid and all this other stuff. Meanwhile, he doesn't even know what the hell he's talking about. And here's another one. He just lies and lies and lies.
Look, life is not so easy for anybody. Our country's never done better. We should not have had people leaving their jobs. And what I basically did is say the ones that stayed, of which there were a lot of them, I'm sending them a $10,000 bonus.
Where's that money coming from?
I don't know. I'll get it from someplace. I always get the money from someplace regardless. It doesn't matter. I do a lot of bonuses for people because it's...
So we are poor, dry begging people from other countries. Have you seen those in the eyes of an angel or the arms of an angel ads that they got to feed desperate Americans because people here don't have food? It's really damn ridiculous. They got all types of pictures of white people on there. In the arms of an angel. This is where we are.
Really something that it's like the American way when you think about it. So here's somebody that goes and shows up every single day. Some of them showed up early because they knew there was going to be a problem. Those people should be rewarded. Others, we can't make it. We can't. You know, a lot of the people that showed up also had a second job.
Wait, somebody's saying airline people were only going to get 70% of their back pay? This is crazy.
They took a second job temporarily, but they all know the money's coming, and the money was coming. So I want to reward the people that showed up without a lot of nonsense, without a lot of talk. They did their job, and in many cases, they worked longer hours to get us through this period.
When can we expect the flights to resume more or less on better schedules?
Well, you know, I've heard a lot of people say, in fact, on your show 2 nights ago, somebody said, you know, I just took a plane. I got better service than I got in the past. Now, maybe because a little bit fewer people are traveling.
There are a lot of delays now, sir.
But a lot of people, yeah, but a lot of people are getting through. I think the people are going to start showing.
Wait. Wait. Did you all Wait, did you all hear her? He's talking and lying. And she's like, there's a lot of delays now, sir. He's pretending as if the delays are over. Let me tell you, I am so angry at Trump. During the pandemic, right? In the very beginning of it, he was like, oh no, everything's gonna be fine. Don't you worry, this, that, and the other. And this fool, I listened to what it is that he had to say. This was before we knew that he was a complete pathological liar. And I went out there risking my life and didn't even realize that he was like, oh, it's not going to affect us here in America. And this is when I learned how dangerous it is when the people in charge don't know what the hell they're doing or talking about. I'm going to rewind that for you again so you can see how she says, there's a lot of delays now, sir. Was somebody saying these senators want $500K for suing over the January 6th phone calls? I don't even know what we're talking about. So listen.
I heard a lot of people say, in fact, on your show 2 nights ago, somebody said, you know, I just took a plane. I got better service than I got in the past. Now, maybe because a little bit fewer people are traveling.
There are a lot of delays now, sir.
But a lot of people.
This woman. She's like, there's a lot of delays now, sir. Correcting him live in the interview, and he's just talking over her with lies. This is wild.
Yeah, but a lot of people are getting through. I think the people are going to start showing up. I was very strong on that truth. I said, now you get to work.
Did you remember the air traffic control firing of Reagan in 1983,
yeah,
I believe it was?
One of the highlights of his life. You want to know the truth? He fired them because they didn't show up to work, and he never let them come back.
The economy was listed as a top concern. I know you know this, for voters in New Jersey, New York, Virginia. I know you've been all over the affordability issue today and for the last several months. Eggs, gas, dinner costs for Thanksgiving way down. But other things, as you noted, have gone up. Beef, coffee,
but they're gonna come
auto
down very
repairs.
shortly.
Is this a voter perception issue of the economy, or is there more that needs to be done by Republicans on Capitol Hill, or done in terms of policy?
More than anything else, it's a con job by the Democrats. They're saying, they just have to say, you know, they put out something, say today costs are up. They feed it to the anchors of ABC, CBS, and NBC, and a lot of other, and, you know, CNN, and et cetera. And it's like a standard. I'll never forget, they had used a word like manufactured. Do you remember the word manufactured? It's a manufactured economy. Nobody uses that word. Every anchor broke through manufactured. They do exactly what they say. It's such a rigged system. So are you ready? Costs are way down. Gasoline is going to be hitting $2 pretty soon, or around $2. Gasoline is at $2.70 now. And it was at $4.50 under Biden, under Sleepy Joe. When gasoline comes down, when energy comes down, and everybody agrees energy's down, we're drilled, you know, drill, baby, drill. We're going like wild.
This is ridiculous. Hold on. Let me just take a look and see. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna check a state like California. Okay. And we're going to double check what the gas prices were under Biden. Gas prices under Biden versus Trump, 2025. Okay. So, okay. All right, let's see. Show more. Let's see. Let me see if I could get this up on your screen so that you can see. Because I remember the prices were going up and down during the Biden administration. Sometimes it was down, sometimes it was up. Oh, it's on the screen. Oh, my bad. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So here's the gas prices. It says national average end of term current. All right. Highest average under President Biden was $5.01. Lowest average price remained mostly above $3 a gallon. And then lowest for Trump dropped below $3 a gallon in many states. Gas prices have been declining. Prices have generally fallen since January 2025. Prices rose 72 cents over his term. All right. So let me see. Who controls U.S. gas prices? All right, let's see. U.S. gas prices, supply and demand, global crude oil price, refining costs, distribution and marketing, seasonal changes. Let's see. OPEC decisions, private decisions. Let's see. Let's see if presidents, do U.S. presidents control, oh, it's right at the top of the list. Do U.S. presidents control gas prices? And it says here, no, U.S. president does not control gas prices, which are primarily determined by global market forces of supply and demand for crude oil. However, a president can influence factors that affect prices, such as environmental regulations, which can impact drilling, refining, and fuel efficiency, and government policies related to the oil and gas industry. Oh, so a president can affect the cost of gas, by being pro drilling. And he said, drill, baby, drill. So destroying the earth right now to affect gas prices by 72 cents by creating irreparable damage to the earth. This is wild.
Produce more gasoline, oil and gas in the last month than we ever have before, by far. And we're going to also end up filling up the national strategic reserves, which were taken out by Biden in order to try and win an election. Didn't work out too well. They tapped in. That's supposed to be for war, for national emergency, not to get.
So are you saying that voters are misperceiving how they feel, or?
So when I took over, you remember?
Because you said Biden did that too, because he was saying things were great, but things weren't great.
It's synonymous, Biden and Kamala, because you didn't know who the hell was campaigning. I mean, it got to a point. So I was up by 20 points on Biden or some crazy number. And they said, all right, let's get him out. We'll put a new one. This never happened to anybody. All of a sudden, they have somebody new. And they had the 6-week honeymoon, which was standard in the world of politics. You get a little honeymoon.
Answer the damn
and she
question.
had a little honeymoon, but then eventually people got to know her, too. And then they had the 60 Minutes catastrophe where they, changed her answer.
Housing costs are still out of reach, and another thing that your administration is trying to tackle.
Yeah.
Many Americans, the average age of first-time home buyers are now up to age 40, which is sad.
Somebody said gas is $4.57 in Honolulu. So gas is not down all over the U.S. Unbelievable. And the U.S. needs to let Hawaii be free. From what it is, the research that I did, we should have never been over there, and we should not be holding Hawaii hostage.
Country, you and I grew up in.
Inherited that. Look, you have to understand.
Right, but let me get to the question, though, because your housing director has proposed something that has enraged your MAGA friends, which is this 50-year mortgage idea. So a significant MAGA backlash, calling it a giveaway to the banks and simply prolonging the time it would take for Americans to own a home outright. Is that really a good idea?
It's not even a big deal. I mean, you go from 40 to 50 years. And what it means is you pay something less from 30.
So she's trying to correct him because he's saying it's not a big deal. You go from 40 to 50 years. That's 10 extra years that a person has to. So you all know that I'm a graduate student right now. I'm a psych major, and this year I've been taking a feminism class and an African American studies class. And what I learned in my feminism class is that this issue that they're talking about is a feminist issue, right? Do you know what debt is? So there's I'm going to ask you all the question out there. What is debt? Tell me what you think debt is, right? Theoretically, what is debt, right? What is a mortgage? What do people do essentially when they put themselves in debt? And I'm going to tell you what it is that an epiphany that I came to, right? Exactly. Sarah's talking about coming from someone who never paid his bills. This is what I'm saying. So they're talking about changing the mortgage from 30 years to 50 years. That's a person's life right there. We have an average lifespan of about 75, 77 years in this country, right? If a person gets their house at the age of 30 or 40, they're going to have, if they get their house at the age of 40, they're going to be paying it off until they're 90. So the answers are coming in for what debt is. Someone says money owed. Good answer. Let's see some more answers. Money that you owe. Okay. Owing money to other people. Okay. Let me tell you all the epiphany I had about what debt is. Debt is a wager, right? So the reason why I say that this is a feminist issue is because the patriarchy created the system that we're in right now. Whose work is considered labor versus their duty, right? Whose work is paid money, and whose work do people feel is worth money, right? Worth paying for, whose work is respected, how we do this work, right? So basically, when a person works, they exchange their time in exchange for money. When you go into debt, what you do essentially is you make a wager on your future earning potential. You bet and you gamble on your ability to work. So you leverage your future working potential, because there are many people. This is why I want to open up a Saturday school and teach to the children, because everybody needs to know this, right? Listen to what it is that I'm saying. When you take on debt, you are basically saying, I am going to trade my time and physical ability to be able to pay this off. So you are betting on working in the future. But what happens to people who are outside of the workforce or unemployable or, right, listen, what happens when you cannot work? What happens when you're disabled, differently abled? What happens when you're injured? What happens when you get old? What happens when somebody around you needs care and you don't have the time that you can? So this is what they're saying. They want you to wager your future work for something right now, because how that debt gets paid is from your future labor. Primarily, this is how it's done in these working societies, right? And so now they want to mortgage off 50 years of your life. This is crazy. This is bananas right here.
Some people had a 40 and then now they have a 50. All it means is you pay less per month. You pay it over a longer period of time. It's not like a big factor. It might help a little bit. But the problem was that Biden did this. He increased the interest rates. And I have a lousy Fed person who's going to be gone in a few months, fortunately. I have a guy too late, Jerome Powell, we call him too late. He was too late in everything, except when it came to before the, the so-called Democrat election, which didn't work.
What are you talking about?
We're going to get interest rates down. But even with interest rates up, the economy is the strongest it's ever.
So you get lower payments for a longer period of time, and then your lower payments have interest and principal in it. I mean, listen to what it is that he's saying, so that you end up paying 10, 15 times over for the house. We have people upside down in their mortgages right now.
Ben, you asked me, just to go back to the beginning of your question, you talked about prices. We're down on energy. We're down on interest rate. Interest rates are down despite the Fed. Now, if we had a normal person at the Fed, would have really low interest rates, and we will soon have.
Sarah is saying a $400,000 home equals $1 million over 50 years.
That we'll have somebody that's.
And why are people saying they're anxious about the economy? Why are they saying that?
I don't know that they are saying. I think polls are fake. We have the greatest economy we've ever had. We have.
Hold on, now
And why are people saying they're anxious about the economy? Why are they saying that?
I don't know that they are saying. I think polls are fake. We have the greatest economy.
So the people who are living it and being polled are telling you that they're hurting, and he's like, oh, that's fake. But if it was in his favor, he'd be like, oh, look at what everyone's saying.
We've ever had. We will have over $20 trillion come into our economy, and it's largely because of my election, but it's also largely because of tariffs. Even the tariff thing, it's such a disgrace. I'm watching.
This fucking fool is still pushing that the foreign companies pay the tariffs. We pay the tariffs. We pay the tariffs. Oh my gosh, I have a friend who is white. I have a friend who's white. And he lives in an area with a bunch of white people, and he's constantly sending out newsletters and texts trying to educate people on the fact that we pay the tariffs. One of his friend's sons bought a laptop from Canada and had to pay $230 in tariffs. They sent him a damn bill. Canada didn't pay that. This stupid fool, he's so dumb, this failed businessman. I'm getting angry that they put this person in office.
Them saying, well, no money would have to be paid back because it's not that much. it's trillions and trillions of dollars would have to be paid back.
If the Supreme Court rules against the
It would
tariffs.
be a disaster for our country. Now, will I do something? I'll figure something out, because I do. That's what I do in life. I figure things out. But it's so... President Xi was willing to do the rare earth thing, that's magnets. Now, nobody knows what a magnet is. If you don't have a magnet, you don't make a car. You don't make a computer. You don't make televisions and radios and all the other things. You don't make anything.
No one knows what a magnet is? This guy is dumb. It's very hard. I'm getting irritated. I want to stop this and stop listening because it's so stupid.
It's a 30-year effort to monopolize a very important thing. Now, within 2 years, we'll have magnets, all the magnets we want, but we don't.
I can't fucking listen to this. Let's take our dance break now. I can't fucking listen to this shit. This is fucking dumb. This guy is a dummy. It's like, you stupid people put this motherfucker in office again. Oh, and there's the music right there for us to get up in. You people put this fucking buffoon in office again, a fucking multiple failed businessman. This is fucking white mediocrity in full display. That this fucking buffoon, this fucking clown-faced asshat, this fucking buffoon, he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He has no intelligent people by him. He's like running a Barbie house over there with a bunch of Kens and Barbies around him who don't know what the hell they're doing either. This is dumb. Like, this man is a dummy. I don't understand what's going on. I feel disgusted. Like, are we for real right now? Like, this guy is dumb. He's stupid. He doesn't want to have the best and the brightest around him. He's a fucking idiot. And then he's going around destroying higher education, talking about smart people don't like him, so he wants everybody to be fucking stupid. And then now he's bringing in more people from other countries to take the high-paying jobs that he said he was deporting the Mexicans for. It's like, it doesn't make sense. You deported the people who were picking the food. Now food prices are higher. And now that people need money and manufacturing is not coming back to this country, he's now bringing in more people from other countries. Meanwhile, screaming the slogan, America, the racist Ku Klux Klan slogan, America First. Whenever you hear somebody say America First, I want you to just Google it with the word KKK. And you will see a picture of the KKK because that was their slogan. Let's get our music together and dance. I don't even know what to dance to right now. Let me see if I could find some honky-tonk music. Let's see. Let's find something fun for Middle America. Honky-tonk. Let's see if we could get some. Here we go. Honky-tonk music. Let's see what. Oh, one of my songs is on here. Let me see if I could get this. Let's find a song with vocals. And then we're going to do it by high tempo. All right, let's see. This says Santa Claus. Wait, what? Santa Claus pull up. You know. Oh, you all remember this from last year? Oh my goodness, I gotta get this back on my list. I don't know why that wasn't on the list. All right, this one is called Paid Vacation. I don't know what this is. Let's hear this one. This is called Second Place.
Left the big city for the simple country life.
Hey, are you all ready? Listen, it may not be the music that you used to, but let's get it. Listen, go grab your cowboy hat and boots, and let's get it. Listen, come on.
Left the big city for the simple country life.
Come on, get up out your seat. We're gonna move.
Found myself a woman that it took for me to be my wife. I was working on the ground, coming sun up to sundown. Hey, I'm trying to make a reputation for a man inside this town. Hard as I try, maybe I just can't. I ain't no up and kind of leaving me. Kissed me one time and she took my heart.
Let's try again. Let's try again. Here. All right, this is my song. Here, come on. You ready? Come on.
I go straight from the bank, gassing up the tank, cranking up the radio, playing old Hank. It ain't that long till I'm back at the farm. I'm pulling up the truck down at the dock. It's time to do some cruising, baby, get a little stuck. It's a Saturday joyride. First and East is the spot. We're on a boat, we're feeling fine. Drinking Tennessee whiskey, a big blue sky. We're going up, we're coming down. There's a party on the water, it's a hell of a time. We're on a boat, we're killing time. In our own honky tonk with a bottle of wine. We're going up, we're coming down. Cheers to feeling alright, it's a hell of a time. A hell of a time. Yeah, we're chilling out here, ladies in the rear, the feet in the water, top disappears, drinking Malibu Patron or a beer in a cup. We all get to dance and I get to chancing, kissing that country girl, romancing, a whole lot of love, bumping out of the bar. Yeah, we're on a boat, we're feeling fine, drinking Tennessee whiskey, a big blue sky. We're going up, we're coming down. Here's the feeling alright, it's a hell of a time. We're on a boat, we're killing time. In our own honky tonk, beneath the big blue sky, we live it up, we got it down. Here's the feeling alright, it's a hell of a time. I'm falling for a small town girl. So kiss me, darling, rock my world, rock my world, rock my world. Yeah, now it's a hell. We're on a boat, we're feeling fine. Drinking Tennessee whiskey, a big blue sky. We're going up, we're coming down. There's a party on the water, it's a hell of a time. We're on a boat, we're killing time. In our own honky tonk with a bottle of wine. We're going up, we're coming down. Cheers to feeling alright, it's a hell of a time. Hell of a time. It's a hell of a time. Oh, hell of a time.
I don't know what I was doing towards the end there. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what I was doing, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I was doing. At some point, I just started doing anything. Oh my oh my goodness. At some point, I just started doing anything. Because I don't know what you do to this music. I took a line dancing class, but those people were very angry at me. They wanted me out of the damn class, but I tried, but their moves were too stiff. I tried to add some pizzazz, but they were basically like,
We're coming down. Cheers to feeling alright. It's a hell of a time.
ooh, ooh,
Hell of a
ooh, ooh, ooh. You gotta jazz it up. And they were looking at me like, won't this Negro get out of this damn class? I was over there, you know how you kick up your leg in the electric slide? I was doing that, but they didn't appreciate it. They didn't appreciate my improvising because they wanted everybody to be in the same row, doing all the moves the same. And all right, let's get back into this Trumpian video. Let's set our 35-minute timer. Whew. Oh, we got an apple. All right. All right, it looks like we got one in the other day from, hold on, it's covering it on the screen. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm trying to move the thing. It's not doing it. All right, oh, there it is. It's Essential says, I like the cold-blooded song. Okay, thank you, thank you. And if you want to send a Cash App through, there's the QR code on the screen. It's $Tonya TKO, and it is a verified account, so you know you're sending it to the right place. And Shantea says, let's see. Wait, this is all together. I gotta pull this close to see. I know this pissed you off. You are cussing. Ciao. This is, you know, I'm angry that they put this man in office again so that we have to deal with him and I have to listen to him sucking in air through his mouth. It's just disgusting. He's grotesque. I feel disgusted with this person. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to read apples at the next break. So the link is also in the description, so you could just go straight there, or you could just go $Tonya TKO. All right, let's get back into this tomfoolery.
Because of tariffs, I called. I said, listen, here's the story. You're going to play the magnet. I'm going to play the tariff on you. And for national security purposes, I raised the tariff by 100% over and above what they were paying, which was 55. So he was at 155%. Within 10 minutes, I got a call. We'd like to meet. And we settled it out. And we made a wonderful deal, great deal for...
They probably want to meet with him because they know that he's so fucking stupid that they probably feel sorry for the American people. And so they're like, this guy is so dumb. He doesn't know what he's doing. And he's really only hurting the Americans.
Our country. But we made a great deal. We would have had a closed country. We would have had a depression. The whole world would have had a depression.
Doesn't it show us that we're too dependent on China? It's not just on rare earths, sir. We're dependent on them for still pharmaceuticals, still key industrial components. The Journal did a huge piece, and they're fairly pro-China, but but a very
it's all coming
extensive
back,
piece.
Laura, because of tariffs. I'm charging them tariffs of 100% and 150% for pharmaceuticals. What's happening? The pharmaceutical companies are all back here building plants right now. That's part of the 20 trillion.
Wait, he has 100% tariffs on China? This guy's a fucking fool. I need to bring in some boxes from China, and I didn't realize this dumb asswipe that he has fucking 100% tariffs on China, which means this guy is a fucking fool. He's a damn dummy.
$1 billion of money that's come in because of tariffs. And we're not dependent on China. We're dependent on having a smart president. If we have a smart president, we're going to have no trouble. If we have a guy like we had last time, who was such an embarrassment, if we have stupid presidents, whether you have tariffs or don't have tariffs, it doesn't matter.
This guy thinks he's smart. This is the Schrodinger's effect. Gosh, this is crazy.
If I didn't have tariffs, if I didn't have the power of the tariffs, right now we would have a country that wouldn't be making cars, wouldn't be making anything.
A new detailed report on CNN, of all places, documents China's expansion of 60% of its missile facilities. It's staggering, bigger than anyone had ever thought, more robust growth. And over the weekend, The new Japanese prime minister, who I know you like a lot, Kaiichi, called the Taiwan situation extremely severe in its phase, and that they may consider any move on Taiwan by China to be a national survival crisis for Japan. Now, that gets better, a Chinese diplomat today said in a social media post that she, the Prime Minister of Japan, should be beheaded for her comments. These are not our friends, sir, are they, in China?
Well, a lot of our allies aren't our friends either, Laura. Our allies took advantage of us on trade more than China did. And China took big advantage. I mean, we built, because
we built their military.
We built their military. Yeah. We built their whole thing. The whole thing was, and by the way, if you remember, in my first term, I took in hundreds of billions of tariffs. I put tariffs on China very early. Then when we got hit with COVID, we fought that. We did a very good job, but that was COVID. It came from a certain place in China.
Right.
You remember?
Another great gift from China.
That was another little gift we got. But look, I get along great with President Xi. I get along great with China. But the only way you're going to get along well with China is you have to deal from a position of strength. We have tremendous strength because of tariffs. We have tremendous strength because of what I've done. I've rebuilt our military, and they have a lot of missiles, but we have a lot of missiles too. And they don't want to mess around with us, I can tell you that.
A lot of MAGA folks are not thrilled about this idea of hundreds of thousands of foreign students in the United States. We have about 350,000 Chinese. One point during COVID, you were going to, push to, get them out.
Wait, I need to hear this.
You've said as many.
This is one of the clips that I saw going viral. I need to hear this, because he's about to stick his foot in his mouth. Let me wipe off my dancing sweat. Y'all give me a thumbs up for my beautiful skin. No makeup, as you see. Just pure nice skin. Brought to you by Vitamin E. I have a tiny little bit left in this one. All right. For those of you who know, you know, it's almost December, and that's what I'm saying. I need to get boxes in from China, and this fool is messing everything up for everybody. He's so dumb.
I can tell you that.
A lot of MAGA folks are not thrilled about this idea of hundreds of thousands of foreign students in the United States. We have about 350,000 Chinese. One point during COVID, you were going to, push to, get them out, but that was pulled back. You've said as many as 600,000 Chinese students could come to the United States. Why, sir, is that a pro-MAGA position when so many American kids want to go to school and there are places not for them, and these universities are getting rich off Chinese money?
Sure. Never said about China, but we do have a lot of people coming in from China. We always have, China and other countries. We also have a massive system of colleges and universities. And if we were to cut that in half, which perhaps makes some people happy, you would have half the colleges in the United States go out of business.
So what?
Well, I think that's a big deal.
Are they fans?
You would have the
fans of the United States?
Yeah, but you would have, as you know, historically, black colleges and universities would all be out of business.
What the hell is he talking about? The Chinese kids are coming in for the HBCUs? What is he talking about? HBCUs are primarily black. Black students go to these schools. They go there for the black experience, for the black education, to be around black people. What the hell is he talking about? So the Chinese kids are coming in for the HBCUs, and if they don't come in, the HBCUs would go bankrupt, and he thinks that this is going to be a compelling point for her. See, part of this is happening is because Trump likes stupid people. You see what he's doing? He's educating other people's students and making America a shithole so that those people could get the education, go back home with it. Like, this man is bonkers, and he's talking about HBCUs. The hell is he talking about? Let's hear that again. Let's hear it.
You would have the
historically, the United States.
Yeah, but you would have, as you know, historically, black colleges and universities would all be out of business. You would have a system of colleges and universities.
So we're dependent on China to keep our university system going?
But I think it's good to have, I actually think it's good to have outside countries. Look, I want to be able to get along with the world.
They're not the French. They're the Chinese. They spy on us. They steal our intellectual property.
Well, do you think the French are better?
Yeah.
I mean, really? I don't know. I'll tell you, I'm not so sure. We've had a lot of problems with the French, where we get taxed very unfairly on our technology, where, you know, they put 25% taxes on American products. Look, assuming everyone treats us badly, because that's the way I am, but we take in trillions of dollars from students. You know, the students pay more than double when they come in from most foreign countries.
Oh. 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 I understand what he's saying. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Do you all get what he's saying? So for those of you who don't know, oh my goodness. Foreign students aren't able to get student loans. They aren't able to get aid, and they aren't able to get in-state tuition costs. They pay full tuition because they're international students. So the schools make more money off of international students. So what he's doing is he's making Americans ignorant so that the schools can make more money from the foreign student full tuition, rather than helping students in America be able to afford these schools. Wow. So like, I remember when I was looking into doctoral programs, it's about $32,000 a semester in the United States, a semester. And I believe when I was looking in UK at King's and Queen's College, it was like $32,000 for the whole degree. So for all of the years, this is what I believe it was. Somebody in England, correct me if I'm wrong, but going to school in America is exorbitantly expensive. Like, this is the slums. We're in a damn tenement with a slumlord ruling over us, and people don't realize it. HBCUs are black. I don't know what it is that he's talking about, because these students are coming in and they're taking the spots in top schools and etc. This man is crazy. Yo, this is like a real life Gotham we're living in.
I want to see our school system thrive, but at the same time, I know you and I disagree.
Yeah.
We're never going to agree on it.
Oh, I see what he wants. He wants Americans to be dumb. He wants Americans to be uneducated. Oh, that's why he was attacking the schools last year. That's why he was attacking the schools. And he was attacking the Ivy League schools, and the Ivy League schools are still in court with him right now. Some of the schools who are associated with hospitals and stuff, they had to give in to his demands, because the hospitals are funded and needed to be funded, right? So people, like real life people's lives, were on the line because of what it is that he was doing. So he wants to take away he wants to take away federal grants and loans, so that, oh, I see what's going on. He told on himself without realizing that he was telling on himself. From what it is that I have heard, the vast majority of black students, especially the ones that are going to HBCUs, etc., because HBCUs are primarily black, are getting federal student loans. So they're not able to pay out of pocket, the vast majority of black citizens, because, you know, we've been kept impoverished for so many generations in this country. So he wants to stop black people from being able to go to school. He doesn't want white people going to school, but he wants these universities to still make money, so they're going to bring in the foreign people. Wow, this guy is nuts. We're only a little bit through the damn thing. We might have to come back the next day for part 2.
I want to see our school system thrive, but at the same time, I know you and I disagree.
Yeah.
We're never going to agree on
No.
it, but that's okay. And it's not that I want them, but I view it as a business. We have millions and millions of people. Also, I want to get along with countries if possible. You know, people are shocked. Remember, Hillary Clinton said, we'll be in a war. I stopped 8 wars in the last 9 months.
What? Name them.
I don't want to be in wars. If I am in a war, we're going to win the thing fast.
Name the countries that he stopped the wars in. He's over there trying to start a war in Venezuela, blowing up innocent people or untried people, non-guilty found people in the ocean. Like, what is he talking about?
Wars in the last 9 months. I don't want to be in wars. I know you and I disagree.
No.
We're never going to agree on
No.
it, but that's okay. And it's not that I want them, but I view it as a business. We have millions and millions of people. Also, I want to get along with countries if possible.
You hear him saying wait, was he talking about the schools or wars that he views as a business? Let's continue, my bad. I thought he was saying he views war as a business because war is a business.
You know, people are shocked. Remember, Hillary Clinton said, we'll be in a war. I stopped 8 wars in the last 9 months.
Name them.
I don't want to be in wars. If I am in a war, we're going to win the thing fast, and it'll be violent. But
Speaking
you know
of-
what? I don't want to be in wars. But one thing, you don't want to cut half of the people, half of the students from all over the world that are coming into our country, destroy our entire university and college system. I don't want to do that.
I wouldn't lose any.
And don't forget, MAGA was my idea. MAGA was nobody else's idea. I know what MAGA wants better than anybody else. And MAGA wants to see our country thrive.
Wow. This guy is insane. So rather than investing in the people here,
Gavin Newsom had a message, sir, for his fellow Democrats after this shutdown deal. What did he say?
Sounds like some of my colleagues and friends in the United States Senate, some of my Democratic colleagues just decided that we're playing by the old set of rules, not the new set of rules, and may have rolled over a little bit. Right now, we've got to hold the line because I think America will become unrecognizable in a year or two unless we fight back.
He wants to fight harder, and he thinks the Democrats aren't fighting hard enough against you and, of course, the Republicans, Gavin Newsom.
I mean, I knew Gavin for 4 years. I got along great with him. But he's gone radical left. And, you know, he's building a train system from San Francisco to L.A. that's got about a 2,000 or 3,000% cost overrun. It's the worst thing I've never seen anything like it. I've seen cost overruns. I've never seen anything like that. If you take a look at what he's done, so they lost 25,000 houses. Do you know they haven't issued one building permit yet? So these people are trying to rebuild the houses. But he did something. He did something even worse than that. He's now taking a big section of Palisades or some area, and he's going to build low-income housing where they used to have luxury housing. He's going to put low-income housing in. His fire stuff is out of control. The forests are burning down all over the place. And honestly, I always liked him, but he's a horrible governor. He's a horrible governor. If he ran the country like that, we would have an absolutely gonzo country. This country would be...
oh my gosh, this guy. The thing is that, how is Gavin Newsom, like, he's innovating. Now, Gavin Newsom has his issues because I heard he was against reparations, so I don't know what's going on with him. But let's see. Let's Google. How is California doing under Gavin? All right, let's see how they're doing under Gavin Newsom. Justice Department, let's see. Let's see. How is California, let's see, economy? Let's see. California's economy is the largest in the U.S. and the world's 5th largest, though it has recently dropped from 4th due to slower growth and Japan's economic rebound. While the state leads in areas like venture capital, new business starts, and has GDP of about 4.2 trillion. So California is one of those countries that feeds the Republican poor countries. I mean, states, my bad. California is one of those rich states that feed the poor Republican states. Let's compare. Compare Democratic state economy to Republican state economy. So let's compare the economy of Democratic states to Republican states. Okay. So it says here, comparing the economies of Democratic blue and Republican red states reveals stark differences and distinct patterns. Blue states generally exhibit higher incomes and greater cost of living, while red states tend to have lower incomes and are more affordable. So the economies of the red states are doing not as well as the economies of blue states. Cost of living significantly higher. In the Republican states, significantly lower. Housing costs substantially higher. Republican states substantially lower. Economic base, urbanized, diversified, service-oriented, and high-tech industries, more reliant on agriculture, manufacturing, and natural resources. Oh, GDP per capita higher. New York, Massachusetts, Washington are top. Okay, lower. Missouri, Arkansas, Wyoming are bottom. Wow. Economic performance. Often dominate lists of top state economies based on metrics like GDP growth, unemployment rate, and innovation potential. So we're talking about the blue states here. Then for the red states, varying performance, with some seeing economic surges due to specific national investments, e.g. clean energy products under the IRA. Wow, this is very interesting. And it says here, it says U.S. economies perform better under Democratic presidents. I mean, this guy, he just lies and lies and lies. Like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, this guy is a terror.
And the fact is, if I weren't president, if Kamala got in, you wouldn't have, not only wouldn't you have $20 trillion coming in, you would have money leaving, and your welfare system. Take a look at some of the welfare things that we're talking about. They've doubled, tripled, and quadrupled since I left office.
SNAP benefits have
well, SNAP has gone from
high.
like $7 billion to many times $7 billion. And, you know, people keep talking about SNAP. But SNAP is supposed to be, if you're down and out, you really, really have. That's what the purpose of it. People are getting, they walk in and they get it automatically now. So the number is many times what it should be. It's disgraceful.
Can we change
You wouldn't
that?
have been able, I'll tell you what, this country would have been busted, 100% busted within 5 months into a new administration if I didn't win.
Can we reform SNAP
Yeah,
and
I
these
think we
benefits
can
so they're
reform it.
used
I
for the
think I
people who really
should.
need them?
It's meant for people. And you know what it does is it really puts the country at jeopardy. People that need it have to get it. I'm all for it. But people that are able-bodied can do a job. They leave their job because they figure they can pick this up. It's easier. That's not the purpose of it.
So knives are out, it looks like, for Chuck Schumer. Ro Khanna is already calling for him to be replaced. What message do you have for Schumer tonight?
Well, I think he made a mistake in going too far.
Going too far, how?
Well, he just went too far. He thought he could break the Republicans, and the Republicans broke him. But he did think that we have good policy, they have bad policy. And there's something, I don't know if it's Trump derangement.
This is why the Democrats should not have given in. They don't care. These people don't care about people being hungry. He's saying SNAP is that when people go in for SNAP, yeah, people get SNAP when they're in an emergency situation and they don't have food. But he doesn't want people to be able to get some gap assistance. This is crazy.
Or are they just crazed? They're like crazed lunatics. But, you know, we have just great policy. We have good people. They have some good people, too. I know a lot of Democrats. They're not all crazy. They're not all. But you have some that are absolutely terrible. I look at this Crockett. This is a very low IQ person. And I look at...
You see how he's saying that Jasmine Crockett is low IQ? Jasmine Crockett is a very intelligent woman. What is he basing this low IQ on? Can he show an IQ test that she has taken that he can demonstrate for people where he's getting this idea from? This guy, he's terrible. Like, and his number one go-to for women and people of color is that they're low IQ.
Look at this Crockett. This is a very low IQ person. And I look at somebody that comes from Somalia where they don't have anything. They don't have police, they don't have military, they don't have anything. All they have is crime. And she comes in and tells us how to run our country. The Constitution says this, the Constitution. The whole thing is crazy.
Maybe she knows more about the Constitution than you do.
I knew him when he was a person who loved Israel, and now he's a Palestinian. He's become a Palestinian. And it's amazing. I've never seen a politician change so much. Also,
so now Chuck Schumer is a Palestinian. Schumer sounds like a Jewish name to me. How about you? I'm going to Google where did Jasmine Crockett go to school, because he's calling her low IQ, but I can imagine that this is a very intelligent woman. Let's see. Where did Jasmine Crockett, okay, where did Jasmine Crockett go to college? Let's see. What degrees does Jasmine Crockett hold? Jasmine Crockett has a law degree. I don't know if you all can see this. It's on the screen. Jasmine Crockett has, it says Jasmine, oh, it's not on the screen. Let's scroll down a little bit. Okay, there we go. Jasmine Crockett has a Bachelor of Arts degree from Rhodes College and is a Juris Doctor, a law degree from the University of Houston Law Center. She earned her BA in 2003 and her law degree in 2006. So what is he talking about? Did Trump finish college? Let's see. Let's see. Trump degrees. Let's see. It says Donald Trump has a Bachelor of Science in Economics from Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania. And then with Nepo babies and stuff like that, you never know whether or not they got in on merit or anything. And then it says here, high school, he went to New York Military Academy, and then he went to Fordham University for 2 years, undergraduate, and then the University of Pennsylvania, and graduated in 1968. So he did 2 years at Fordham until his daddy could get him into Wharton. Wow, this is unbelievable. And he's calling her with a law degree. This guy is idiotic.
He doesn't have, he was a pretty talented guy. He's lost his talent.
Chicago Mayor, your dear friend Brandon Johnson, is calling on the United Nations to investigate what he calls the abusive immigration crackdowns in the city by your ICE officers and so forth. The UN in Chicago? What is your message to him?
Well, look, number one, he's got a 4% approval rating. You have people in Chicago, beautiful black women wearing a MAGA hat, red MAGA hat. Please come, Mr. Trump, President. They call me President. They call me Mr. They can call me whatever they want. Please come, President Trump. Please come to their.
Black women could call him whatever they want. Well, you bitch, you. That's what I want to call you. You bitch, you. I don't understand this. This is unbelievable. This guy is out of his mind. When he said Somali, I thought he was talking about Ilhan Omar. I think he's mixing the two up. This guy is so he's off his rocker. So he said this guy has a 3% approval rating. So now all of a sudden he believes in stats. When the approval ratings are about him, he doesn't believe in it. And does this person, let's check. Oh my gosh. Trump says, let's see, approval rating of Chicago mayor. It's like we have to fact check everything. This is going to take forever. Approval rating of Chicago mayor. Let's see what the approval rating is. Okay. It says here, the approval rating he has approved is 26% of Chicago residents and disapproval 58%. Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. But it's not 4%. So why is Trump saying it's 4%? It's low. It's about as low as, it's almost as low as his. But why is he saying it's 4%? This guy is dumb.
Begging us to come.
Michelle Obama had something to say about the ballroom and the new ballroom. During an event to promote her new book, she said, "When we talk about the East Wing, it's the heart of the work. And to denigrate it, to tear it down, to pretend like it doesn't matter, it's a reflection of how you think of that role." Why is she wrong?
Well, first of all, the East Wing was a beautiful little tiny structure that was built many years ago that was renovated and expanded and disbanded and columns ripped out, and it had nothing to do with the original building. It was a poor, sad sight, and I could have built the ballroom around it, but it would not have been. We're building one of the greatest ballrooms in the world. By the way, zero money spent by the government, zero. The East Wing is being spent by private donors, and it's a $250, $300 million building. It's going to be the most beautiful anywhere in the world. It'll be a large...
So foreign entities will own part of the people's house. I can never forgive people who voted this man in. I can never forgive people who voted him in.
It's beautiful. You know, they had an event the other day. They could hold, with tables, they could hold 79 people. Now, if you have President Xi from China, or if you have some big state event, we have no place to have it. You
Not
know
just
what they
regular
did?
people.
They put,
Just regular people invite in.
Obama wouldn't mind this. Mrs. Obama obviously wouldn't mind. They would put a tent on the lawn. It was a low section because that's the only section you have. So it was a low section. If it rained, you were sitting in 6 inches of water. It was a disaster. We're going to have the best ballroom anywhere in the world. And I built a lot of them. You know that. You know a lot of them. This will be one of the greatest ballrooms in the world.
There was a report that Melania didn't love this idea. Is that
Well,
true?
she loved her little tiny office. But you know what? She's very smart. In about one day, if you would ask her now, she says it's great. But just so you understand, the East Wing sounds good, right? It sounds good. But the East Wing, that building was renovated 20 times, including adding a floor to the top, which was terrible.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do much more of this. We're only halfway through. I want to stop. I'm going to wait for part 1 to be over, and then we'll have to come back for the other part, because I can't do this. I can't.
Brick, little tiny windows. It looked like hell. It had nothing to do with the original building. And I didn't want to sacrifice a great ballroom for an okay ballroom by leaving it right smack in the middle.
In October, you were asked about ending wars, and you talked about that, and you said, "I don't think there's anything that's going to get me into heaven. I think I'm not maybe heaven bound." A lot of Christians were sort of sad to hear that, because Christ came to forgive our sins, if you believe that as Christians, and they open heaven to all of us. So don't you believe that?
So the other day, the New York Times did a story and took that statement totally literally. When I made that statement, I was being funny, sarcastic. You know, it's bad for a politician to be sarcastic. I said, "I'm never going to make it to heaven." A big audience. "I don't think I can make it. I don't think I qualify," you know, etc. I was kidding. I was having fun. I don't know if I will or not. I don't know. But the Times did a story, a little guy named Peter Baker.
I feel like punching myself in the stomach. I feel like punching myself in the stomach. Y'all, how are you all doing out there? What did you all have for dinner? For my dinner, I actually had trout. I had trout, potatoes, and mixed vegetables in a red sauce. And I had a little bit of like a chocolate chip matcha cookie for dessert. And then I kind of topped it off. I had a snack of some yogurt and applesauce. I've been working on like trying to eat more fiber, more different sources of low maintenance protein, and no added sugar or even stevia. So that's what I gotta take this motherfucker's face off my goddamn screen. This motherfucker. We're gonna get through part 1 of this, and then I'm going. I cannot do 2 parts of this back to back. We'll come back tomorrow. I'm going to get my hair braided tomorrow. I just want to get through part 1 of this. How are you all doing? Oh, it's almost time. That 35 minutes went that quickly. It's time for us to dance again. It's just getting good. You know what? We'll come back tomorrow and we'll watch the rest of it. I need to give myself a psychic break. Like psychologically, this is too much for me. It's too much. I'm feeling fatigued, angry. I want to punch myself in the stomach. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. Korean barbecue. Wow, interesting. I remember when I was in Japan, I was feeling homesick. So I was like, I really want some soul food. And I was like, do you know where I could get some soul food? And somebody was like, yes, I saw. And they took me, we went on the train, we went on like 2 trains and a long walk, and we came upon the restaurant. And it was a Korean restaurant. I said, what? I said, soul food. They said, I saw soul, Korea. And I was like, what you talking about? And I was like, oh, Seoul, Korea. And I was like, oh, that got lost in translation. Oh. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Somebody said this is getting interesting. I honestly, listen, we'll come back tomorrow because I cannot. I'm going to watch it till the end of this episode. Like the guy said, or the person who uploaded it said it's in 2 parts. So we're going to finish watching part 1 and then we'll come back for part 2. We got to get up and move right now. We got to get up and do our dance. Do your dance. Do your dance. Let me see if we can find some funk to dance to. Let's find some funk music. Oh. Oh. Somebody says this is getting interesting. I don't know if they're talking about this Trump interview or something else because this is a lot. This is a lot. Let's see what song. Let's see if we can find some funk music. F-U-N-K. Let's see what we have. Let's get some funk music with vocals. You know, I like songs with lyrics, right? This is called Girl Talk. Okay, it's giving Macy Gray. You all like this one? How do you feel about this one? This one is called Trippy. All right, which one do you prefer? So this one or this one? Sister, it's not worth your time. We got much more to do while we are in a prime. So which one you all like? You like that one or the one right after it? Let's see what else they have here. This is called Cali Kush. Can you bring me back down, boy? I need it. I need it. I need it. I need it. All right. That sounds like it would be fun. This sounds like disco, not funk. right, there's lots of stuff to. They are slow, right? You know what? Let's sort these by high tempo. Let's see what we have in the high tempo. This one is called Du Hade Du Shane. I don't know what's going on, but let's see. Du Hade Du Shane. Okay, let's calm down. Let's calm down. All right, let's try something else, okay? I don't know what was going on with that.
To turn out the lights, is there something you're scared of?
That sounds like Saved by the Bell music. Listen. Yes, release the Epstein files. I don't have them. You talk about Tonya released them. Listen, if you all don't help me pick a song, I'm just going to choose anything, and you may not like that. This set is supposed to be funk music. You all made me sort this by tempo, but all the high tempo stuff seemed like something else. This is called The Walking Dead. Oh no, it's called Walking Dead.
Swimming towards a vicious dream.
This is too much. Yo, listen, what was that last song? All right, this says better get running. Let's see what they talking about. I can't. All these beats are making me angry. This one is called See Ya.
I pull up, then I be gone. See ya. See ya. See ya.
Wait, somebody's saying bloody hell, Tonya. Why are you saying bloody hell? What's going on? Why are you saying bloody hell? Oh my goodness. Come on. I don't know what to do now because... Okay, this one is called High and Dry. Let's see what they're talking about. Listen.
We can't get no satisfaction. Still clinging on, can't fight the action.
He can't get no satisfaction. He high and dry. I don't know what's going on with that person. Look, we're gonna have to find something. Oh, this stuff is angering me, y'all. This is angering me. I can only play music that's licensed for streaming. I can't play like mainstream music. This one is called Going Blind. All right, somebody says Latina flavor. So let's look up Latina. Latina, because you know most songs. This says Latin. So then they have something called Latin America. They have something called Latina, hashtag Latina. Let's see what they're talking about in hashtag Latina. Okay.
Mira, mírame, ey. Oh, 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 oh.
All right, y'all ready to get your Bad Bunny on?
Ey. Suéltala con toda tu bellaquera. Da la vuelta y va.
All right, come on.
Ese trasero mata. Comienza el perreo de la raza. Sácatela y baila. El tema guasa guasa. Ese burita pegadita. No eres rookie, tú te la quitas. Una chica y bien linda. Retumbando sin perder el compa. Baby, trata, traca, ta, ta, ta. Se sale una y otra más. Saca, sácatela. Empezó el revolú y vamos allá. Suéltala con toda tu bellaquera. Da la vuelta y va. A ese trasero mata. Comienza el perreo de la raza. Sácatela y baila. El tema guasa guasa. Hierba blanco. Fumándolo un rato, baby, yo no alcanzo. En la nube me quedo toda la noche. Baby, traca, ta, ta. Se sale toda la nalga de la minifa. Saca, sácatela. Empezó revolú y vamos. Suéltala con toda tu bellaquera. Da la vuelta y va. Ese trasero mata. Comienza el perreo de la raza. Sácatela y baila. El tema guasa guasa. Ziquiza, wow.
Ey, mami, baby, muévelo. Dame esa cosita, baby, trégalo. Le gusta reggaetón y le gusta un poco reggae. Le gusta el gordito porque tiene poco pegue, baby, dame más. Yo sé que a ti te gusta por detrás. Ese matala como cenar. Hacemos una movie, lo que quieras, tú la dueñas.
Suéltala con toda tu bellaquera. Da la vuelta y va. Ese trasero mata. Comienza el perreo de la raza. Sácatela y baila. El tema guasa guasa. Ziquiza, wow.
All right. Oh, yeah. That was fun. Let me save this one to the list, y'all. And let's look at this artist and see what else they got. Oh, this is called Racheton. Racheton. Let's see what else Racheton got. Let's see. I don't know about that. Let's see. Dame Mas. This is called Dame Mas.
Esta cumbia sucia te la voy a dedicar. Móntate en mi whip, te espero por fuera al lobby. Este es un Benz, baby, no ningún jalopy. Abriéndote la puerta como todo un caballero. Enrolamos uno fresco en que uno en el cenicero. Baby, soy tu carnicero.
Yeah, no. They're talking about some stuff that we don't need to be dancing to right now. Let's see. There's a whole category called Racheton. Let's see what else we have here. Wepa. Let's see. Racheton. I never heard of this.
Oye, mi güerita, vamos a bailar. Yo sé que tú quieres.
Did he say abuelita? So he's talking about somebody's granny? Please tell me that's not what I just heard. Mira abuelita. That's too much. It seems like we found one good one. It says Lord Ho Racheton. I don't know what's going on. All right. Let's see what else we have on this list. Let's see. This one is called Tumbala.
Y bueno, yo estaba ahí con ella en el...
I don't know what that is. This one is called Wrong Girl.
For nothing. Just
going on? Let's see. A trabajar. Let's see. Oh, it looks like we lucked out with that first song because that one was fire. You know, hey. All right, should we jump back into the video now? Should we jump back into the video now? All right, let's jump back into it because we took a really long break trying to even just find a song. Let's just get through part 1 of this video. And then, oh, we got some apples that have come in. Let's grab those. All right. Whew, okay. I'm trying to find this white thing on top. Let's see. That's not it. That is that. Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let us read the apples and go from there. All right. So we have $7 in from Shantea, and she says, "Oh, I know this pissed you off. You're cussing. Oh, I didn't check this one off. Okay, great, we got that." And then we have Adrienne, who says, "For I love getting your take on all things." Oh, that's precious. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you know what? Before we jump back into the Trump video, I forgot to play my own video for you all. Here. Oh, why can't, hold on. Why is this not? Hold on. Where is this thing? All right, here we go. The revolution will not be televised, and talking about certain controversial topics in America has had an effect on my channel. So thank you to all the new people who have subscribed. And for the people who thought you were subscribed, take a look around and make sure that you're still subscribed. Let me play that again. The revolution will not be televised, and talking about certain controversial topics in America has had an effect on my channel. So thank you to all the new people who have subscribed. And for the people who thought you were subscribed, take a look around and make sure that you're still subscribed. And if this is your first time coming across me, subscribe now so that you can be sure that you'll find me again. All right, so make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you subscribe. That's what I wanted to let you all know. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, the melanin popping. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. All right, let us get back to the Trump video. Let's see, where is the Trump video? I don't see how anyone can take this guy seriously. Like, this is an embarrassment to our nation. All right.
Who is the sycophant to Obama. You know, he wrote the Obama book. Like, Obama was a good president. He was one of the worst. Biden was the worst.
This guy,
Obama was top 3.
He's probably a cuckold. The way he likes to keep Obama's D in his mouth, he's probably a cuckold. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Ugh.
3 or 4. But think of this. I make this statement, and the Times has a front page. Donald Trump is now questioning his life and his this and his that. I said to a group of people, a large group, I said, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'm not so sure, but I'm going to fight to me, you know, et cetera, et cetera. I was having fun, and they made it, like, serious. The thing I thought I learned, but I forgot about it, I guess, when I made this little, is you can't be sarcastic as a...
Why do we have such elderly people in charge? Like, this guy sounds like somebody's pawpaw that needs to go fucking sit down some goddamn where. He sounds like a pawpaw. I was just messing around. I was having fun. And an alcoholic one at that. I don't know what's happening.
Politician, or have fun. But I don't regret it. I don't regret it. You know the one thing with gold?
Why not
You
silver?
you can't imitate gold, real gold. There's no paint that imitates
So
gold.
these aren't like from Home Depot or something?
No, this is not Home Depot stuff. No.
This tacky ass shit. Look at how the damn renowned Oval Office looks. He has gold all over the damn office. This tacky shit. Look at it. I'll rewind it for you a little bit so you can see this disgust. I don't want to call it disgusting.
You know the one thing with gold?
Why not
You
silver?
can't.
He's taken away the dignity of the office. He has gold everywhere. Pictures all clumped up together. This looks a hot damn mess. He got clamshells. Like he's in a Greek sculpture of Athena. This is ridiculous. It's so tacky.
You can't imitate gold, real gold. There's no paint that imitates
So
gold.
these aren't like from Home Depot or something?
No, this is not Home Depot stuff.
No,
This is-
not stuff you buy.
This is not Home Depot.
Look how many pictures are on the wall. It looks a hot damn mess. Okay, so we made it through part 1. This is part 2 coming up. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll do part 2. I just honestly, I don't have it in me right now. I feel fatigued, honestly. He's so problematic. He's so problematic. I don't even know if I'm going to cut this video up into shorts. I really honestly don't even know. He's so problematic. Oh my goodness. Listen, I personally am disgusted by Donald Trump. I'm disgusted by the people who supported him and put him in office. I'm disgusted by the people who make excuses for him. I feel disgusted. I just feel disgusted. His penthouse in New York was just as tacky. I mean, but what do you expect when you get a poor taste having criminal like him in the White House? It's like he has poor judgment, poor taste. That place looks disgusting. And if Obama would have done that to the White House, people would have been criticizing him day in and day out. They'd be like, oh, look at the ghetto black man with all this ghetto gold, lowering the sanctity of the office. But this pathetic man gets in there and he just gets all of the passes. This is just, I find it ridiculous and loathsome. Money doesn't buy class and he has none. No, have you seen his mother and her damn bouffant? No. His whole family, his father look a damn KKK mess as well. He look a KKK looking mess as well. Like, I don't know what's going on with his whole doggone family. It's like just bonkers. Oh, so nonetheless, how are you all doing out there? I honestly, I couldn't do any more of this tonight. I really honestly couldn't. So I'm going to be getting my hair braided tomorrow. And then we'll come back in the evening and then we'll go from there. Pee-wee's Playhouse was more subtle. Damn. Not Pee-wee's Playhouse. Damn. Y'all hitting below the belt. Y'all hitting below the belt now. You know, Paul Rubin died, right? The guy who played Pee-wee, he lived in disgrace after that whole gay theater incident. And he lived in disgrace until he died. He died young, too, which is sad because he had a promising career. But people in their judgments, you know, I knew somebody who knew him. And yeah, he described Paul as being very, I don't know, he was kind of reclusive towards the end. Biden doesn't even exist to him. Obama this, Obama that. Obamania! Yeah, it's crazy. I don't understand what's going on with this man. It's like he can't get over the fact that a half-black man was ruled or elected president of this nation. And the crazy part about it is that this country, the people are such hypocrites, because I know if Obama had done any of this stuff, that they would have roasted Obama. They would have roasted Obama. Oh, there's a documentary? I didn't know that. What did the documentary say? That's sad. Oh. Wow. I wonder if I should even get my hair braided tomorrow, if I should just wear my teeny weeny afro. The thing is, I don't want to have to fuss with my hair like over the semester. Oh, and then also I have a big interview coming up this coming Tuesday. So I want my hair to be well coiffed. Jules is saying he seems attracted to Obama, to be honest. It's like he wants him. Yeah, from what it is that I hear, Paul was misunderstood. And also, from what it is that I hear, there was no perverted stuff going on. I think he was just, I think from what I heard, I don't know, I didn't look into it, I didn't see the documentary, I just heard from someone who met him and befriended him. I heard that it wasn't no weirdness going on in the theater, that he was just there, but he was gay or male attracted. Look at my little halo. Halo. Oh. All right. Nonetheless, listen, we'll come back tomorrow after I finish with my appointments and stuff like that. Hopefully, because I should be back in enough time, because my hair appointment is at 2. It should take about 4 hours to braid. So I should be done by 6, then head home. Thank you. I'll see you all before the interview, though. But yeah, so I have an interview, so I want to go in and I want to not have to worry about doing my hair this whole semester. I just want to, because finals are going to be coming up and I don't want to have to fuss with my hair. But it's so cute like this. I haven't had my hair long since the pandemic. He's just discussed his background and life after his show, Arrest. Interesting guy, very misunderstood. What was he arrested for? Was there some weirdness going on in the theater? Okay. Yeah, it did. It grew a lot over this past year that I've had it braided. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. I took a chance and applied to something that I really wanted. And I didn't even leave it to chance because I had to write an essay. And at the back of the essay, I wrote an addendum and I was like, look, I know you all are going to see a lot of people, but I really want this. And I'm dedicated to this. And this is what the direction I want to go in. I've cleared out my next semester so I could focus on this. And within days, they wrote me and said, let's meet you and have a meeting. And I was like, okay, I know that's right. I know that's right. So I heard he was beating off in the theater too, but I also heard that that's not what he was doing. So the person who watched the documentary, what did you hear? What did you hear? Now there's a part of me that doesn't even want to get my hair braided, but then there's also another part of me that wants it to rest for the rest of the winter. He was picked up in the 90s for the movie theater thing. Thank you. I'm trying to figure out if I should go all knockout on them and wear like one of my famous dresses, or if I should go more business casual. You know, I mean, I'm a stunner, especially with my 5-inch heels on, you know, but I don't know. I don't know if they're ready for all of that. I don't know if they're ready for all of that. You know what I mean? I can't stop looking at my cute fro. I really love the blonde on the outside. All right, thank you. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all. Oh man, it's getting late. It's almost my bedtime, so I already took a shower and all of that. So I guess I just need to do my nighttime ritual and hope that I get some good sleep tonight. And then I guess we shall go from there. We'll come back and do the rest of this video. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, you know what? At this point, so you all know I had a really hard year over this past year. You know, I had a really hard year. And one of the things that I learned over this year is what's for me is for me. Oh, I see a spider web up near the ceiling. They should have been catching some of these damn mosquitoes in the summertime. I don't know what they was doing. So thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Nonetheless, have you all seen some of the videos I did recently with the Indian people and the colorism? I have so many Indian people on my page who are like, yeah, I feel what you're saying. And other people who are like, oh, shut up. Why are you talking about us? And I'm like, oh, so it's all over the place. Yeah, I've been putting up some videos talking about this whole Maga, Vivek, and Indian thing. And some people appreciate the conversation and some people don't. You know what? The thing about it is, I'm gonna release it, and if it's meant for me, because the thing about it is I told you all what I want to do. So I want to open up a Saturday school, and I want to implement policy change in the educational field in the US. And I'm also thinking about being a university professor, teaching the intersections of oppression in this country, because in order to really understand where it is that we're at, we really need to understand the systems that compile on top of one another. Oh, I look so stunning. I should have had my hair like this for the whole video. I love it. You can really see those cheekbones popping with that dark hair. You know, I love the blonde, but dark hair really does make brown skin pop. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you all. So I told you all that I want to open up a Saturday school. So we're talking a few years out. So this is not something that's going to be done like in the next few years. However, I'm putting myself in a position to be able to get the training, the knowledge, and all of that stuff that I need in order to be able to do that and do it successfully, be able to rub the right elbows and make moves. I had a vision today. I'm not going to speak my vision out loud. I'm just going to let it come to pass. But I had a vision. I don't know if it was a premonition. I really honestly don't know. But I did have a vision today. And that vision has made me take some additional steps to just kind of guide my future. So I know it is cute, isn't it? I love it. I love it. I'm gonna wear it out like this tomorrow when I go to run my errands. And then when I go to get my hair braided, I'm gonna have it out. Yeah. Oh, anyway, listen, let me start getting ready for bed. I had a lot of fun with you all. Thank you for dancing with me and having a good time with me. I really appreciate that. Make sure that you subscribe. Check and make sure that you're subscribed, because the revolution will not be televised. And I'm hearing from a lot of people that they have been unsubscribed. That's part of, like, if you pause on that part of the video, that's what I'm basically saying inside the video, that I'm saying that whatchamacallit, I'm showing the screenshots from people who have said that they were unsubscribed. So I'll show it to you. Oh, you could just pause and read it when you play it back. Anyway, listen, I will see you all. I'm going to play that last song, because that last song was a banger. It was a banger. So let me get that back up here. Okay, so you all are saying that Paul Rubin didn't come out and admit it, but he admits to being rainbow flag. Hey. All right, listen. Oh, self-love lesson. Hold on. Self-love lesson. We got to do our self-love lessons. All right, so I want you to type out SLL and tell me your self-love lesson from today's video. What did you learn? What new way did you learn about loving yourself? Loving yourself from today's video. My self-love lesson from today's video, I have to think, because we had a watch party where this music is too distracting in the background. I need something slower. This is called My Turf. I know that's not slow. This one is called Dumb. All right, this is all right. Okay. Okay. Oh, so it was just difficult being gay in the 90s? Oh, that's sad. I guess especially since he was kind of geared towards the children too. So let's talk about self-love lessons. My self-love lesson from today's video, if I can be honest with you all, my self-love lesson from today's video is I honor myself and what I can do and choose to do, because I really had to love myself enough to be like, even though I want to get through this video, I really kind of had to call it a night, because he really he disturbs my whole spirit. He disturbs my whole countenance. Like, when he first got elected, I had to go to therapy. Like, every time I heard his voice, I was triggered. And I went to therapy, and it was, they were calling it Trump trauma at the time. So yeah. So nonetheless, let's see some of your self-love lessons. My self-love lessons was about loving myself. Somebody says, what products do you use in your hair? You know, I made a serum many, many years ago. And it's onion, rosemary, jojoba, coconut oil. And the oil, I let the herbs sit in there for years. And so that's the only thing that I use. You know, I'm all about that natural, no fragrances and all that other stuff. But yeah, oh, it also it has castor oil in it. Castor oil, jojoba oil, almond oil. It had like a bunch of different oils with rosemary. I believe it even had a little bit of tea tree in there. It had a bunch of different herbs. I was experimenting with the hair growth formula when I ended up closing my business. So I don't use mainstream products in my hair. I just use like that, my homemade stuff. So in the self-love lesson, we talk about it from the positive affirmative. So we talk about what we do want. So rather than saying I will unplug from things that disturb my spirit, let's talk about playing things that nourish us, watching content that feeds the soul. Let's talk about that, because we don't want to talk about what we don't want, but what are you going to put in place of what it is that you don't want? So let's talk about what we do want. Okay? So the self-love lesson needs to be stated from the I, me, and the positive affirmative. So yeah, you know, I honestly, with my hair, I don't put products in it really because I was never planning on growing my hair. So it's just something that kind of just happened. You know, I like my hair short, but I'm looking at myself with this hair and I look so young and fresh. I just look so pretty. I just love it. I honestly, now I don't want to get my hair braided, but I have this interview coming up this week and I got finals coming up in a few weeks. So I really don't want to be messing with my hair every day. I've made my semester super easy by doing meal prep, and now I'm about to get my hair braided so that I could just set it and forget it. So nobody else has any self-love lessons from today's video. I know it's a tough video. However, find a self-love lesson, because even the act of using your brain to think of ways in which you have gratitude, gratefulness for something, this actually changes your inner continence. So think of something that you, in a way, something from this video. So for me, I know that my self-love lesson is about honoring myself. So sleep comfortably. Okay, yes, sleep comfortably. So one of your self-love lessons is that sleeping comfortably is important to you. I like it. I like it that you will sleep comfortably. I love it. All right, let's see one or two more self-love lessons and then we'll get out of here. The self-love lessons really do help you, so I want you to at least try them. You know, positive affirmative from I, me standpoint. And then we'll go from there. I did hot yoga today. And you know what, for some reason, ever since my surgeries last year, when I'm dancing, my legs get really tired. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand why my legs get so tired. Like, I'll be dancing and my legs will just feel like I can't really lift them. They just feel super heavy and like they're not getting enough blood flow into them. I don't know what's going on. Being self-aware is always the way to go. Okay, so that could be a self-love lesson. Being self-aware. I love it. All right, let's see what else we have. One more self-love lesson and then we'll jump out of here. Just one more, and then we'll get out of here. All right, one more. I really wish I would have gotten these boxes before this stupid fool became president, because now, I mean, because this dummy, he doesn't understand how tariffs work. So dumb. Oh. And his followers all you gotta do is Google it. Like, you don't have to stay stupid. Oh, you got the text late? Well, welcome in. We're getting ready to get out of here. We're doing our self-love lessons right now. Oh, I don't know why I did that. It took out my little crunchy. Why did I? Oh. All right. So I will see you all tomorrow. I'm going to get out of here and get my rest. I need to wind down. So I'll see you all in the next video. Or I could go for a faux pas.